Chester County Hall of Fame is an award we give out annually to a deserving Chester County citizen who has shown extraordinary leadership in corporate growing a business as well as community service, someone who has given much back to Chester County to enhance our economy, to grow opportunities for others, and make sure they take care of our Chester County citizenry.
I grew up in Newtown Square. I am fifth of 7 children. My parents really lived paycheck to paycheck, which was a really interesting environment to grow up in, because when my mom and dad fought, it was always about money. It's interesting because someone once asked me, is it any question as to why you became a financial planner? Because again, I wanted to feel secure. I want everybody to feel that sense of security that you're gonna be okay.
Technically, I started working at Key Financial when I was in diapers. I am the oldest of 4 children. She started this thing out of what many people would consider their laundry room. As she grew a bit, she moved into the basement. She hired one person, she hired another person. They full-time came to my house and worked down there 9 to 5.
When I met Patti for the very first time, I just remember her passion for the business, that what I saw was this kind of intrepid financial advisor that was clearly doing things differently. And she warned me on the phone. She said, I just want you to know I'd like you to come in for a second interview, but it's gonna be in the basement of my house. And when I went for the interview, I learned that she had recently moved her center of operations from the laundry room to the basement out of need for office space. So to me, this was a clear indicator that we were going places.
I started out as one of the basement dwellers in her basement. There were 7 of us, and we managed $350 million assets under management. She started with nothing. Her and her husband both started their businesses at the same time with a brand new mortgage and a brand new baby.
We were first starting out. I started Key Financial. Ed started Brennan's Office Interiors. We had a baby, at home. Michael had been born, and we just had to grind it out. We just had to divide and conquer and figure out how we can grow these 2 businesses in this home with this growing family.
I have 4 kids also. All of our kids were involved in sports. And I've seen her also build a company, which to me is mind-blowing.
I have no idea how she did what she did, because she was always there.
I'm not gonna lie, it was really tough. Little by little, staying true to what I believed, because by then, I really believed in this model that we have today that really didn't exist then. And that is real financial planning, true wealth management. People say, well, what is wealth management? To me, wealth management is just the result of a financial plan well executed.
And for Key Financial, I think it's something that has been unwavering from the very beginning of its founding, which is focusing on the individual, having compassion, but more importantly, focusing on the details and the small details, because that really shows, that we care about outcomes.
We are helping these clients who have worked their whole lives. We're helping making dreams come true.
She is well known and respected for being a leader in professional financial management for her clients, her families, and she treats everybody as an individual.
If there's anybody that has more energy than she does or more passion, I've never met them. If you're around Patti, you can't help but be happier and more energetic and more passionate about whatever your mission is.
Patti Brennan is this wonderful lady that everybody in this county knows and has been so stellar doing this and became nationally acclaimed and put Chester County kind of on the map as really the center of financial expertise.
Year in, year out, Forbes says that she's the top advisor in America. But she's so much more than that. She's everything.
She has used the example that she didn't have money to donate to support teams, so she used her intellectual capital and her service.
I didn't feel really good about the example that I was setting, so I just got this idea. At church, we heard that they needed CCD teachers. I wasn't spending quality time with the kids one-on-one, so I volunteered to teach CCD, and I took one of the kids with me every Monday night, and they were my student teacher. it was great because they got to see that you don't have to have a lot of money per se, but you can contribute to the well-being of others.
So Patti feels very strongly in giving back to the community. She sits on the board of Penn Medicine, Chester County Hospital, YMCA of Greater Brandywine Valley. She provided seed money for Cuddle My Kids, which is a cancer nonprofit.
I think that's really the legacy of any individual, is what you put back in, not what you take out.
I remember when I was doing some work for the hospital, and we were looking at a partner to partner up with Chester County Hospital. And we were in one of the boardrooms, and I basically opened my mouth and I said, all I can say is whatever we do, we cannot lose sight of what this hospital is all about. We are neighbors taking care of our neighbors.
The hospital was an independent community hospital. We didn't have any leverage with insurance companies, and we didn't have any money. So I needed board members who understood finances to be able to say, with 35 days of cash on the books, you can't borrow any money, so you can't fix anything, you can't build anything. So you've got to find a capital partner. And there were a handful of people on the board that were really helpful in getting the rest of the board comfortable because they trusted Patti and a few others, that they wouldn't do the wrong thing for the community. She's a nurse who's now a financial professional. She sees things that we wouldn't otherwise see in the boardroom. She brings a nurse's perspective to that, critical care nurse's perspective to that, and combines that with the finances in a way that just gives us unique insights.
So I worked at Lankenau Hospital, first in oncology, then I was promoted up to ICU. Here's what happened. I was working nights one night, and a resident came to the bedside of the patient I was taking care of, and he was groaning and moaning about having to do his taxes. I said, all right, give me your stuff, I'll do your taxes for you. And at the time I was reading a book, and basically the book said, you know, if you kind of like doing something as a hobby, chances are you'd be pretty good at it.
When you're sick, you go to a doctor. When you need legal advice, you go see an attorney. And in my opinion, when you need financial help, you go to Patti Brennan. She would want her legacy to be one that has transformed people's lives for the better.
To me, what makes Patti Brennan special? Yes, the awards, the accolades, all of that's cool. But the fact that she was building this thing, Key Financial, while she was the mother that she was, how is that possible? I don't know what it was like to grow up with a top financial advisor, because I didn't grow up with a top financial advisor. I grew up with Mom.
I trust Patti enough that I have all my investments with her. My kids have all their investments with her. I trust that when something happens to me, that she's going to take care of my family, and I don't have any doubt about that.
I think one of the things that has always resonated with me since the very beginning is just what an authentic, kind, and genuine person she is. You know, somebody that's truly cares about the individual. Our client base has grown to incorporate many diverse households here locally and across the country, and it's just really a great honor every day to kind of have that stewardship, to be able to come in and, you know, practice the craft here at Key Financial that we all love so much, which is financial planning and investment management.
I've been coming to this Hall of Fame gala for over 20 years, and I've been listening to these people and thinking, oh my goodness, these people are amazing. I wish that I could be a fraction of who they are. And to think that my neighbors might think that I am in that category of being worthy of this award is just so surreal to me. It's just incredible because, I mean, you guys know me. You've seen me with my kids. You've seen me at the swim club. You've seen my kids run around half naked and me with 2 different earrings. And yet, you still believed. And I'm just so grateful that you did. I'm so grateful and honored that you might think that I might be worthy of something like the Chester County Hall of Fame Award. Because, God, We live in an amazing county with so many amazing people who are also, frankly, probably even more worthy of this distinction. Thank you so much. That's all I can say, thank you.
Thank you, Patti Brennan, for accepting this award as the Chester County 2023 Hall of Fame awardee. We certainly appreciate you for everything you've done for this county, this community, and your family. Make this a special evening of celebration for us all. Celebrate it in sweet success. Thank you so much for your years of service and continue many, many, many more.